this time we'll be taking a look from Series 14, the Walmart exclusive wave of DC Universe Classics. We'll be taking a look at the Collect and Connect figure of the Ultra-Humanite. At first glance, you might think that this guy is a reuse of the Gorilla Grodd pieces, but the only pieces from Gorilla Grodd are the arms here. The rest is all new. Some taller legs that are actually more posable, and of course a head sculpt and a unique body sculpt here as well. And the paint job is pretty nice. For the most part, it's gray, a whitish gray. There are some paint, darker paint things in there to give it a little bit more life to it. And I do like how the face is painted with the eyes and the teeth and the sculpt of the sneer on his face. And of course you can see the veins on his cranium to show that he is super smart. For accessories, he comes with this little device scanner that you can put in his hand. It's got a couple of buttons on there. It's nice that they included an accessory for a Build-A-Figure. And he holds on to it pretty well. Just squeeze it in there. For articulation, he's got nice head articulation. Left, right, up and down. His arms do go all the way around. They go out, rotate at the bicep, bend at the elbow, and rotate and bend slightly at the wrist. He has ab articulation, although he is meant, you can tell, to sort of lean forward. So if you put him lean him back here, you got this kind of a gap here that is formed. So pushing him forward gives him a more even, he's sculpted that way to lean forward a little bit. His legs go forward, back, out. They're actually ball jointed legs and not the typical DC Universe legs. And he does rotate at the thigh there, as well as bend slightly at the knee. Not much, but it is there. And his feet are also on ball joints, so they rotate and bend as well. You get a fair amount of posability with this guy. The Ultra-Humanite is actually a very old character. He could lay claim to be world's first supervillain, because he's actually first appeared in Action Comics number 13 in 1939, and he was for a while the arch enemy of Superman. However, he was abandoned in favor of Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor became the foil for Superman. Now, he's also the first supervillain to die and come back to life, I think. because he has a nasty habit of taking his brain and putting it into other bodies. So, in, I think, his third story against Superman, you think he dies, but he then returns later, having put his brain into a female actress named Dolores Winters. So, he has a couple more appearances in the Golden Age, but then falls into disuse. And during the Silver Age, of course, that's when Earth 1 and Earth 2 are created, so he, being a Golden Age character, is firmly placed into the Earth 2 universe. He begins reappearing in Earth 2 stories in the Superman Family book. He also is later retconned into fighting the JSA and various other 40s superheroes. It's actually during a crossover, the annual JSA JLA crossover between Earth 1 and Earth 2, in JLA 195 to 197, where he acquires this body, which is the body of a genetically engineered white ape. And actually, they revisited this quite recently. I think in the first arc in the most recent Justice League comic. In the first couple issues, they explain that the gorilla that he took the DNA from to create this body was from Gorilla City, which makes sense because they are highly intelligent apes. So anyway, his biggest storyline in comics probably is the Stealing Thunder storyline from JSA number 32 to 37, where he puts his brain into the body of Johnny Thunder and gains control of the Thunderbolt, the magical Thunderbolt, and wishes himself ruler of the world, and has to put up with a few JSA and JSA affiliated heroes that have formed a resistance to his rule. He's also shown up in the Justice League Unlimited series, the animated series, in this form. He's been in a lot of different bodies over the years. His original body, Dolores Winters, a woman, a giant insect, a Tyrannosaurus Rex, but people keep returning to this white ape body. I think there's something about monkeys that people like. It's a cool visual. He's definitely a great addition to your DC Universe Classics collection. If you put him next to Gorilla Grodd, they look totally different. When I first heard that they were making him, I just figured they'd make a Gorilla Grodd and paint him white. But no, a totally different body, totally different head sculpt. I guess that'll be it for now. Stay tuned, and until my next video, see ya.